Welcome to No Cap News. I'm Alyssa LaMontagne.
And I'm EJ Tushaisi.
Your most trusted student news source.
Better MTV and TMZ with the NC and the cap stops here.
Did you know that the human brain doesn't fully develop until your early 20s?
That is true. During development, your brain is very vulnerable to drugs and alcohol.
Except the female brain. We mature much faster.
Cap. Irrelevant. As part of Drug Facts Week, students went on a special trip. Not that kind of trip.
So, to all the El Chapo wannabes out there, pay attention. Nick Oliveira has that story.
On this week's episode, Bluffton High School students visited H.E. McCracken Middle School to inform the upcoming freshmen about healthy lifestyle choices.
So today we went to the middle school to be able to teach them about drug prevention and health awareness, because this week is actually drug prevention and alcohol prevention week. So we were just going over there to teach them some facts and teach them how to live a better and healthier lifestyle.
I thought that it was really cool, like being able to see people from Bluffton High that have gone through experiences that they were teaching.
In the presentations, I thought they were good. I learned a lot about productive ways to get rid of stress and what not to do, like vaping, which can contribute to more stress.
Some of them were actually really good. They were participating and volunteering. Some of it just went right through their heads, but then others probably took it into consideration on what we were saying.
The person that came in our room, she was telling us about how she experienced her friends or boyfriends that influenced her very poorly and how she was able to recover from it. And it really taught me, like, I can do that too.
Something that most teenagers don't realize, that this is a very crucial moment in time for us because our brains are still in a developing state. So by doing drugs and like alcohol, you're ruining those connections that your brain is trying to make inside of your head while it's still growing. And it's also like cutting, like I said, it's cutting off those connections, and your brain starts developing in a way that it thinks that that's the normal when really it's not. So now if you were to try to get off of it, your brain would be like, well, what's going on, kind of like thing.
I learned that vaping is bad for you. It causes more anxiety. It can cause you to do poorly in your sports and at school, and that there are other ways to release stress, like meditation or just physical activities.
Our security resource officer talks about the consequences of having drugs.
At Bluffton High, if you get caught with a vape, you are subject to be charged with simple possession of marijuana. You will get petitioned if you're underage, right? You get petitioned to family court, and then family court will send you guys a notice, and then you'll end up having to appear in court before a judge to get your same thing. So the cartridge obviously is the container that would hold the THC oil. So they would do the same thing, simple possession of marijuana.
We learned a lot about what these harmful substances can do to someone. From NCN, I'm Nick Oliveira.
Thanks, Nick, and thanks to the officers who are keeping our school drug-free.
If you smoke weed, you will make my heart bleed.
True. Drugs are whack. Stay on the right track. Speaking of track, this next story will have you running in circles.
Let's go to Myron for more on that story.
Students on the track team have been pushing hard this season. Here's what they had to say.
People that don't know what sports they could be good at, track would be a good sport for them to try, you know?
It's something I just started this year, but I learned that it's a great program, just something to do after school, get that extra work in, and, just be able to compete with different people around the county, so it's cool.
It's like very orderly. You have the different events and you kind of all practice your own events, but then you also do a lot of workouts. So I think it's like, one thing I have to say, yeah, it's orderly. It's very structured.
Although track is a structured sport, there are many different events students can participate in.
For track, there's a lot of events. I think if you count them all out, there's about 19 events. I coach mid-distance and distance. So for mid-distance and distance, we have the 400-meter open, the 800-meter open, which is half mile, and then we have the mile, the 2 mile, but then we also have 2 relays, the 4x4 relay and the 4x8 relay also.
So distance is completely different from the sprinters. They can go forever, and sprinters, if we was to do that, we can't even make it through half. So
I do shot put and discus, so I throw, I don't run.
I think it's really rigorous with the distance kids. We've got like a really good work regimen, and our work ethic is really good together, and we do many laps at like really high intensity.
The students are pushing hard this year. One student in particular has set a new record.
Last week I ran a 10:87, which in the 100 meter, which placed me at the top 5th fastest in the state, and second fastest in 4A, and top 50 in the whole nation.
I think it's important for students to set PRs because at the end of the day, the biggest person that you should be comparing yourself is to yourself. You know, when you look in the mirror, you want to make sure that you're always pushing yourself to be at your best, and you want to keep establishing PRs, personal records, so that you're continuing to get better and better.
Congratulations to Kamari for the new PR, and good luck to the track team this season. This is Myron Craycar from No Cap News. Back to you.
It's very inspiring to see our students set new records.
Facts. Shout out to Kamari Simmons with that speed. That's a true road runner right there.
This next story features a teacher who's new to the school but has already made an impression on our students.
Let's get to know who Miss Larson really is and how she strives to make a positive impact on our school.
To teach my class, I really like to get students involved, so I do a lot of questioning, a lot of activities, things to get everybody up and moving, and also strategies to relate things to students' lives, because I feel like everybody says, well, I'm never going to use this after high school, but when I can kind of relate it to something that they are interested in, it really helps. I hope my students take away from my class a little more understanding of English, literature, and also I just hope that they feel confident in themselves. They learn something new and they learn to love themselves a little more and be confident in their abilities, and hopefully maybe they found a book that they like.
Miss Larson's students give us an insight on what it means to be a part of her class.
I'm in English 1 with Miss Larson, and the positive things are like the interactive things we do in the class. She has a lot of patience and she's really nice with all her classmates, and she gives everybody an equal chance to like do their work. Even if like you're missing work, she would let you turn it in.
It's a positive class because of the teacher and the environment that I'm around. She's really a nice teacher. She's really helpful also. Like, if I don't understand something, she'll take her time to explain to me until I understand.
The most important thing to succeed in my class is honestly to come to class. As long as you're paying attention, you're being an active member of class, then you'll succeed. I'm happy to be at Bluffton. This is my first year here. I just think it's great. I feel very honored that other teachers would nominate me for that.
Miss Larson seems to be an amazing teacher and has a very fun class. It's going to be difficult selecting a teacher for Rookie Teacher of the Year. For NCN, I'm Federico Guerra.
Ms. Larson seems like a great teacher.
I agree. That teacher makes school look fun. I'm going to need to take her next year.
Speaking of hardworking teachers, our next story features a teacher who worked with her students for an upcoming event.
We go to Braden for more on that story.
It's that time of year again for Mr. Bobcat, and this year it's going down.
There is a lot of preparation that goes into putting on Mr. Bobcat. I know these guys get up here and put on a really good show, and you know it seems like it's just an easy, seamless event, but actually there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. First, we find 10 to 12 senior guys that are willing to get up on stage and answer questions and display their talents and wear a tuxedo and get judged by judges. So we find those guys, and then we start putting the show together by doing an opening number, helping the guys with their talents, getting them to answer some questions, and fitted for tuxedos. A local bridal and tuxedo shop gets for these guys every year and donates to the school, so they're like a partnership with us in this program. So there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Man, I really do think this is going to be the best Mr. Bobcat this school's ever seen. We have 10 amazing guys who all are extremely talented, which you will see there. You'll get to see a lot of different things that we've never seen before here on this stage. I can guarantee you that. The main reason that we have this event is to reduce the price of your prom tickets, but also we do this because it is a tradition here at Bluffton High School, and it is a great way to showcase our senior guys and for them just to get together and have a really good time. So I really think you guys are going to enjoy the show. Make sure you guys buy your tickets. They go on sale April the 1st for all seniors, and then Monday we will have tickets for the underclassmen. They're $10, and we plan to sell out. So make sure you guys bring your money and get these tickets. You don't want to miss the show.
This event takes place Thursday, April 7th. Get your tickets for the sellout. For NCN, I'm Braden Toe.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for this. And I'm commentating exclusive backstage passes.
What about me?
Where's your wristband? You can't get in. You can't get a wristband. I'm sorry. I can't let you in for the free. No.
This is one event I'm not gonna miss.
Well, that's it for this edition. I am EJ Tushaisi.
And I'm Alyssa Montaigne. We'll see you on the next episode of No Cap News.
All facts, no cap. I done hopped out the tub. Hey, I done hopped out the tub. So shrug.